Alright, son.
Hi, Dad. How's it going?
Not bad, not bad. Shattered, to be honest, son. Shattered.
Yeah, long day.
Long day.
How's the banh mi business?
Very good, very good. Sold out of eggs completely today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bread's good as always.
Oh, nice.
Lots and lots of top compliments, thanks, son. Cheers.
Oh, brilliant.
What are you up to?
Just doing some revision.
Oh yeah. What are you revising?
Just accountancy.
Okay.
You know, economics, business, you know, finance, that kind of stuff.
Are you not a bit distracted with this? 'Cause it looks like you're playing your PS more than you are revising.
No, really. I'm doing my revision, and then I'm just playing a bit of PlayStation as well. You know, just like to help me, you know, relax when I'm on my little breaks.
When I was at school, my teachers always told me that I had to have a really sharp focus on the work only. Get rid of all the distractions and focus entirely on my work. But right now it just doesn't seem like you're really going for it.
To be honest, Dad, I think things have changed since you were at school. Now we just, you know, we can multitask. We just do a few different things at once, you know.
But where's the focus? What if we get rid of that? Surely more productivity. That's surely in your business.
But look, my teacher said I need to be calm and relaxed, and this is calm and relaxed. You know, sitting on my beanbag. You know, I just read this stuff.
I can't argue with the teacher, son. Can't argue with the teacher. Son, I'll be back.
See you, Dad.
Six and a half hours later.
Is that you, Dad? Oh my God, is it you?
Yes, it's me, Revision Man!
Oh my God!
12 seconds later.
So what are you doing here, Revision Man?
Come to help you revise, Chris.
Right, okay. Well, what do you want me to do? I thought I'm doing it, right?
First step, remove distractions. Turn off your PlayStation, Chris, and come and sit down.
Really?
Distractions away. Now, Chris.
Well, if you're sure, Revision Man.
Excellent. Super. Books out, ready to revise.
Yeah, right, okay.
No distractions, Christopher. Phone, music, off.
Really?
Right.
Even the Beach Boys?
Especially the Beach Boys.
Okay.
We need to be revising at a clean, tidy environment.
Yeah.
You know this, Chris.
Yeah, I know.
You know this. No, 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 Chris. We need to be working at a table with lighting, with equipment, with our books, paper, ready to be clear of what we are focusing on.
Not just reading.
I'm afraid not, Christopher.
It's so comfy like this.
It's extremely comfortable, and that is exactly why we cannot do it. So, you need to get up now and get yourself to a table, Chris.
Okay, Revision Man, whatever you say.
Thank you.
2 hours later.
Hello, son. I'm home.
Hey, Dad, how's it going?
Not too bad.
Where have you been?
Sorry, son. I had to go and get some eggs for tomorrow.
Yeah?
What are you up to?
What, just revision, same as before?
Very good. Well, something's changed.
Yeah, you know, I figured, you know, maybe playing on the PlayStation's not the best idea while I do my work.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. What are you learning about?
Just a bit of economics, you know, just doing some graphs. Hold on a sec. Hold on. Just got a message.
20 minutes later.
Oh my God, revision man!
Christopher!
What are you doing here?
I've come to see you, my friend.
I thought everything was cool.
It looks fantastic.
You know, I'm sitting at a desk. What do you want?
The progress you seemingly have made in your capacity to revise is stupendous.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
However, you need to hand this over.
What about my Facebook? How am I going to know what everybody's up to?
Facebook plus revision equals failure. Hand it over, Christopher. Now.
If you're sure.
I am absolutely certain. This, my friend, is for timing purpose only. Set the time to a reasonable time. Let the alarm go off, and then you can enjoy your snack, my friend. So I'm going to leave this over here. And in the meantime, I'm going to get you some water.
What about my Instagram?
Forget that. Water is your new Instagram.
What about my Snapchat?
If you don't mind, I'm going to sit. I'm on a long flight.
What about my Bebo?
Forget it for the next half an hour. Honestly, you need distractions out of your life. This, my friend, the reason why right now you might want that is because it is quite possible you are dehydrated. A 5% drop in dehydration can lead to a 50% drop in concentration.
Is that so?
Absolutely. Must be. So, we have your water, we have your distraction free. Ideally we need some sort of plant to blossom. And your snack?
Snack?
This snack here, peanut butter, being your favourite in half an hour's time. This, my friend, is yours.
Wait a minute, how do you know that peanut butter's my favourite?
Later.
Why won't it go in? Why won't it go in? What?
Christopher,
Yeah?
you are doing so well,
Yeah.
but we need to make further progress.
What? How did you get here again?
It's been a long flight.
How do you do that?
One day, you'll read and revise and learn, and you will know. But for now, we need to talk about your strategies.
Okay, but look, I've got a calm area. I'm drinking water. I've just got my books now. I'm doing my revision, alright?
What have you got here?
So this business,
Science,
economics. I mean, how else am I going to do it?
I understand, but you have several months before your exams.
Right, okay.
So in this time, each day we can focus on 1 or 2, maybe 3 subjects per night, but not at the same time.
Really?
Absolutely.
I can multitask though.
You cannot. Think of these, each one of these is a distraction for the other. So we need to get rid of all apart from the one that you're going to do at the time.
Right, okay.
But we can't just randomly do this, because what will happen is you'll choose your favourites.
I do like business. Business is the best.
We need to think about your time management. And for that, we need a timetable.
A few moments later.
So, how'd you make a timetable?
Well, let us start with the days of the week.
Right, okay.
Write down Monday to Sunday. You may not work all of them, we can allow for time off, but let's show all of the days of the week.
I don't know, how many slots have we got here?
Count them.
Well, this is a break.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is my dinner here.
Yeah.
This is a break. So that's 4 slots.
4 slots, that's 2 hours. My suggestion is you do another hour. Okay, and that will give you a good 3 hours. That gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sessions. You may not do that every night, but it gives you that option to do it every night.
Okay. You know, this makes sense.
Yeah, good. Sense. And now, how many subjects do you do?
About 6 or 7. I need to do revision for about 3 or 4 though.
Oh yeah, why is that?
Coursework. You wouldn't understand.
Okay. Revision's my thing, not coursework.
Right, okay, so what happens now?
So now we need to allocate the time proportionately to the subjects that you feel are most difficult, that are most valuable in terms of the number of awards you're going to get. For example, I do believe that you study 2 English.
I do.
So that you need to account for double, perhaps, than the time of another subject. Yeah. So now we've got to do this throughout the week, accounting for all of your subjects.
Okay. Thank you so much, revision man.
No worries, Christopher. Well done, Chris. Fantastic work. Covered your subjects, broken it down, even given yourself a day off, which is very important for your mind, keeping sane, and making sure that you can get a clear head. Oh, very interesting. Why have you put C weekend timetable? That is something that I have not seen before.
Well, you know, Sundays, the family does different things sometimes. You know, some Sundays I'll be able to work a lot. Sometimes when we go away or we go on holiday, we go out for dinner or something. So this one, you know, I need it to be a little bit more flexible.
Excellent. That is superb. It is important to be realistic at all times. Chris, you are ready for your revision. Fantastic. Good work.
Tomorrow for sure.
Oh, it just won't go in. Just reading it and reading it. What subject have I got next? Revision man, you again!
Revision should not have to be this boring, Chris.
Oh, but it is so boring, revision man.
Once again, what are we revising?
Bit of business studies. The product life cycle. It's like when you have a product, it goes through these different stages, but I can't remember them all. It's too complicated.
Okay, so it's this part here, is it?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, for now, can you draw it, please? Draw it.
What, draw the cycle?
Draw it on this here. Yeah, draw it on this here.
Right, okay, so, well, it goes like this.
Talk to me as you draw it.
Okay, the sales there, time there. Like, it's like you start off, you have minus, you don't really have anything at all, and then it comes up and it goes across.
Okay.
So this is the development stage, I think. This is the introduction. This is the growth. You see how complicated
it is complex, but over time, when you look at this enough, it will sink in and you'll understand it more and more. Now, you've reached that point. What I want you to do is turn over.
Oh,
very good, very fulsome.
Saturation. This is where it's starting to decline. I think, I don't know, my teacher, he doesn't even know what he's talking about. And then this is something called an extension strategy. So I mean, how am I ever going to remember this?
Okay, it's a fair bit to take in. Well, for now, turn over. We're going to use this in a self-testing game that you can use.
Right.
On the back, I want you to say what it is. Write down what is.
Oh, right. What is?
What it is, yes.
What?
Oh no, we've done this.
Product. Life.
Fantastic. Good.
Right, okay. How's this going to help?
So what I want you to do now is you can use this. You're going to create many of these, maybe 100 for business studies alone.
Well,
maybe
saying what?
So with all the things that you need to know that your teacher has told you for your examination, all the things you've been learning about this year, you need to know. So once you've formed many of these, You can have these as a big group of them,
Right,
and you can read this, and you've got the question. You can talk it through, turn over. Oh, that's what I just said.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, we're starting off slow. Yeah.
You know what? That's better than just trying to just read it out of
Exactly.
the book over and
Wow.
over again. I must have read this a million times.
Reading enables you to recall around 20% of what you read. Writing something down, you're increasing that to around 50-60%. And starting to do something like this, you're increasing it further. Your brain starts ticking in. It's fantastic. Okay? Ideally, if you can get your gran involved, you can teach her. You're starting to remember 90% of what you teach.
Is that why teachers are so smart?
Exactly. I've heard of something similar before.
Oh,
so there you go. There's your very first cue card.
Oh, that's what a cue card is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I spoke once to a student before who thought a cue card was a card you got to get into a queue. And they didn't know what the queue was for.
Idiots.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Well, this is good.
Good.
What else?
What else? Well, I want to get your trusted friend the phone back.
Yes. So I can play Facebook,
Oh, I thought you might say that.
Snapchat, Instagram,
Not.
hashtag revision.
Talking about things that Revision Man don't know.
Oh, okay. Just let me check my.
No. Very good. That is self-control. You have learnt a lot. So what I want you to do overall, the reason I went and got your phone is because I think it'd be a fantastic idea and a bit more fun for you to create a podcast.
What? About what?
About what you're learning. And why? So that tomorrow, when you, Chris, go onto the bus and you're bored looking at the traffic, you instead can be listening to what you revised today.
Well, like make an audio thing for me to listen to for revision.
Load up some sort of sounding device system.
Got it, yeah,
And you've got it already. Fantastic. It's like you knew what I was going to say. So now you can maybe describe. Let's go back to your cue card. I suggest you describe what you see in the life cycle of product life cycle.
Well, this, I'm doing okay. I'm thinking I might record the extension strategies because that's the really hard thing that won't go in. So I'll give it a go. Extension strategies. As a product reaches the decline stage, the business might try to keep the product alive. That's called extending its life cycle. There's 5 main ways of doing this. Sell the product to a new market. So something that may be also, saturated in Europe, you might still be able to sell in Asia or Africa. Target a different market segment, try and sell it to a different group of people.
Chris, mate, this is a revision video, not a business video.
Right, okay, so listen to it now.
Exactly.
Extension strategies. As a product reaches the decline stage, the business might try to keep the product alive. That's called extending its life cycle. There's 5 main ways of doing this. Sell the product to a new market. So, my God.
You got it, and you can keep going. You can keep going.
Amazing.
Exactly, and that enables you to recap what you learned previously.
Well, I could just listen to it. God, that is a good idea. Seriously.
So already there, we've covered, the reading is the core part. You need to do the reading. You then do your note-taking, and then you've got your podcast. We even talked about how you can get your friends involved, so you're teaching other people involved in terms of sending photos of what you've done, they send back. Now, of course, we're bringing in distractions here, so be careful.
Okay. I think I've got a bit to work with now. I've got a few decent ideas.
Get yourself some highlighters, Christopher.
I wonder what you're doing in Revision Man.
Get yourself some highlighters, get yourself some coloured pens. What you need to do is make all of your work good to look at, so you want to look at it again. So you then you might make further notes on these, so you make a further cue card on these here. Exactly, and you want to look at it. Okay? And then maybe you can highlight again once you feel like you know it even better. There are so many ways you can do this. So maybe green is something you understand already, and the red is something you want to continue and work towards.
Such a good idea.
Chris, it is my absolute pleasure.
Thank you, Revision Man. What would I do without you?
12 o'clock midnight.
Thank you so much, Revision Man. Thank you for all of your help.
Christopher, it is my absolute pleasure. This is what Revision Man is here to do. Just remember the 3 considerations that we have discussed today.
Okay, what's the first one?
Your environment. Make sure your environment is nice and tidy and you are ready to revise with no distractions.
Got it.
Number 2. You know number 2.
Revising with a timetable?
Exactly. Creation of the timetable, and now use your timetable.
Right, okay.
And number 3.
Different ways to revise?
Exactly. Once again, Christopher, best wishes. I think you are ready to revise.
Thank you so much, Revision.
I'm going to go now from your balcony. Farewell, Christopher.
Bye, Revision Man. Pretty good.
Forgot my cake.
Many months later.
Hello, Chris. How are you? Well, I am flying at the moment, but I've always got time for you.
Revision Man!
Revision.
What are you doing here? Oh God, not again.
Revision Man!
Hi, Revision Man. Sorry, mate. Not done today.